What will happen when Nolan's ordinary day takes an unexpected turn as his adventurous cat, Mr. Pony, goes missing? Little does he know, the search for his furry friend unravels a mysterious tale of espionage and innovation in their quiet suburban life. The story begins on an ordinary day with a man named Nolan and his cat, Mr. Pony. Nolan has had Mr. Pony for 3 years, and the cat loves being outside. If kept indoors, Mr. Pony meows and creates a mess, so Nolan usually lets him play in the sun. Nolan has a strong trust in Mr. Pony because the cat always comes home, especially around dinner time. However, one day, Mr. Pony doesn't return. Nolan becomes worried and restless, determined to find his furry friend. Unable to wait any longer, Nolan takes action. He calls local shelters, puts up posters in the neighborhood, and spends sleepless nights hoping for any sign of Mr. Pony's return. Days pass without any trace of the missing cat, and Nolan's fear grows that something terrible might have happened to his beloved companion. Then, one early morning, Nolan heard the happy sound of Mr. Pony meowing in his home. Hurrying downstairs, he found his cat in the kitchen, and his heart filled with joy. But amid the relief and tears, Nolan noticed something strange, a weird white collar around Mr. Pony's neck. When he tried to remove it, Mr. Pony, who is usually calm, resisted. Nolan struggled with the peculiar collar and felt something hard within it. Curious and puzzled, he decided to investigate further. His first attempts to give Mr. Pony a sleeping pill failed. Undeterred, Nolan's determination led him to mix the pill with some food, successfully making the cat fall asleep. When Mr. Pony fell asleep, Nolan focused on the strange thing around the cat's neck. He used scissors to carefully cut the collar and found a hidden device inside. A red light started blinking, surprising Nolan. Holding the device, he realized it wasn't just for spying. There was a secret button, and when pressed, an automated voice announced the completion of an upload. Confused and uneasy, Nolan couldn't understand how a device connected to Mr. Pony could upload data without internet access. Driven by a need for answers, he ignored caution and smashed the device with a hammer. When the casing broke, Nolan found a camera, a microphone, and an antenna, a secret spying tool. The discovery overwhelmed Nolan, and not knowing what to do, he decided to call the police. The police came quickly, understanding the seriousness of the situation. And then Nolan shared his story, unaware that others had reported similar things. To his surprise, the police said they had received many calls about similar white collars, but they always vanished before they could check. The idea of someone spying on cats added a creepy twist to the mystery. Nolan gave them the broken device, hoping they could figure out what was going on. The police promised to look into it and asked for Nolan's help if necessary. As they left, Nolan tried to calm down, but his mind was full of questions, and he was also worried about Mr. Pony. After a few hours, when Nolan could distract himself, the phone rang, from an unknown number. Nolan hesitated but answered, finding out it was the police station with an update. The police analyzed the device and uncovered a surprising truth. A local teenager, aiming to start his own business, had been creating tracking gadgets and testing them on neighborhood cats, including Mr. Pony. The teenager didn't realize the panic he had caused. He just wanted to ensure his inventions worked well. Nolan couldn't believe it when he heard the news. The strange mystery of the white collar on Mr. Pony had an unexpected explanation. The whole story turned out to be a mix of suspense, curiosity, and a bit of the strange happening in the quiet suburban life of Nolan and his adventurous cat, Mr. Pony. That's all for this video. So, what are your thoughts on this great ending? Share them in the comment section, and until then, take care.